Well, hey, welcome to Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel. It is not the next day. I actually took a day off there. I was busy doing, things for the actual conference. So it is the next day. It's Friday. It is, about 3:45 right now in the afternoon. 27 degrees and a fair bit of breeze. I'm sitting out here on the deck once again. You can probably hear it in the trees, and you can definitely see it on the lake down there. Check that out. Speaking of the lake, I got a decent shot to it from where I'm sitting. So let's go on down there and see how close we can comfortably get. If I didn't say it, it's now 26 degrees. Which normally, that's kind of cold, but after all the 0 degree days, this feels pretty nice. All right, let's start dropping a little faster. Okay, there are some buildings and terrain between me and the drone, so I probably won't get all the way down to the water, but let's at least get level with where we started. All right, we're 20 feet low, and now it's doing that thing where it's raising me without me doing it. So let's do an experiment. We're trying to sit still. It's 9 feet low. Let's put it in sport mode. Okay, it's in sport mode and it's just chilling now. Let's go back to normal. Okay, still just chilling. Now in normal, let's push stick forward. Not touching the left stick, okay? It's come up 3 feet. It's come up 8 feet, come up 7 feet. All right, it's back above 0. Okay, let's go back to sport. Go low again. And just hovering, it's fine. Push stick forward. We're negative 28. See what happens. All right, so it has something to do with the sensors in normal mode. All right, so I don't know exactly how far above the water I am. Let me try this. I'm gonna pop up wherever it ends up here, 148 feet. See what our max speed is. This is going opposite direction what we just were. And again, with no wind or flying with the wind, sport mode should get into the low mid 40s. So we're at 42. Okay, holding pretty steady at 42. Now let's just turn, we're going southeast, let's go south. All right, how's south gonna treat us? Okay, also 42.2, 44.4. Okay, southwest. $34, $35. Due west, pop up a few feet, make sure we keep connection. 21. All right, that's significant wind. Northwest. Camera is in auto today. Whew. Yeah, that wind is cold. 18. So it looks like it's coming out of the north or northeast, or northwest rather. Let's go due north. Okay, due north is about 20 and a half, 21, 19, fluctuating a bit. Let's go northeast. That's back my direction now. That's more east than northeast. Let's try that. There we go. So 29, 30. All right, and then due east. Yeah, out there. 34. Okay. So yeah, there's a good amount of wind out there. 10 plus mile an hour easy. All right, now, the other night when I was flying, I thought this dark spot here may have been the lake. We can now quite clearly see it is the fairway of the golf course here. Oh, this might be the green. There's a sand trap right here. That's probably the green. There's people out walking it since the snow has fallen. All right, and here a little lower to the ground, we're able to pick up some speed. Almost 40 mile an hour, steady. Oh, there's some deer out there. Or it might be some of those fake target practice deer. Meant to fool goofballs like me. Alrighty. Let's see. I think we're pointing in the direction of the main actual facility. Yes, this is the real facility of Margaritaville, formerly known as Tantera. And I'm facing opposite myself, so we'll see how this goes. We're, not very far away at all. We're not even 1,000 feet yet. Right, so up here is a parking lot I've been using in the mornings. Oh, there is no signage right here about which direction you can or cannot turn. So I've been going up this hill. It's this pretty steep hill. It's hard to tell from up high. Okay, they're doing it now too, but they weren't sure what to do. Because again, there's no markings at the top or the bottom about whether you can actually use it. Looks like there actually are a few spots open. It's been full up most of the time of this conference. This is the third day. There's all kinds of things going on at this conference, but there's nothing too relevant to me here this afternoon, so I've come on back out to the room and relax a bit, sit out on the porch here and enjoy the beautiful scenery in the wintertime and get a little flying in. It's a Margaritaville here, Tantera Resort, whatever you want to call it, is quite a hodgepodge. I believe, there's definitely some wind going on today. This building right here in the center of the screen, biggest one, that is the original part. This is to my knowledge. This could be incorrect. And then there's a good chunk here it goes down into. And then this part right here is connected by a sky bridge of sorts. You can see it there. And I believe there's another sky bridge. Yeah, down here. Yeah, so all of this is connected to each other. And then this is an indoor water park right here. I've never been in there. Doesn't really sound that appetizing here in the, what is it now? Still 26 degrees. Okay, let's push out over onto the lake a bit. This direction. Now, is this Lake of the Ozarks? Is this, because it's Osage Beach is the town. I think this is all just one big Lake of the Ozarks, yeah. And then that doesn't look like it connects, maybe just by a little bit. Yeah, I haven't studied that, really. It's interesting. And I'm not really paying attention. We're getting pretty far away. And I have no signal. Yeah, okay, so we just lost connection. So the old Mini 5 Pro should be putting itself in return to home right now. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we got reconnected just in time. Oh boy. I should have the screen recording on here. It is not not inspiring. It's disconnected again. See what it does. Okay, it says not connected. Okay, now it's got itself in return to home. Okay. Well, let's let it come on back on its own for a little bit. Okay, while the Mini 5 Pro chugs along coming back home, look up some fun facts. The Tantera Resort was founded in July of 1960 by a St. Louis home builder named Burton Dunca, maybe? I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. It's right here in Lake of the Ozarks, and it is a premier Midwest travel location. And then it does say, yes, it was purchased by Jimmy Buffett, and it is now a Margaritaville property. All right, we're good enough. We'll cancel the return to home. So right now, I'll go back into normal mode. Right now, we are looking at what they call the estates. So over here, where we were just looking, that's the main actual resort. That's where all the amenities and everything are. But that's not enough for like this convention, or probably some other things they do at other times of the year. So they also have all of this, or at least a good chunk of what you see here is owned by the same people, and they call this the Tantera Estates. Now, I don't know if some of them are like privately owned condos, or if there's a timeshare situation or what. I've never had to really dig into that or worry about it. But it makes for an interesting time. Now, in years past, whenever I've gone to this convention, I've always gotten to either stay somewhere off-site and had to drive in each morning, or I've been in the actual resort proper. This is my first time being in the estates. And it's a little inconvenient. Just like being out, it's really not that different from being out off campus, off-site. You got to get there really early to get a spot. Like I say, right now it's almost 4, and there's just a few spots opening up now in the lot. Like the first event is at 8. You got to get there at least 7:30 at the latest to reliably get a parking spot. All right, we're kind of hovering down. Let's come down closer to another fairway on the golf course here. And once again, we'll just throw it in sport mode and see how fast we can pretend we're a golf ball. Not one that I hit, though, because those would be going really slow and dangerously to the right. Ooh, I don't want to lose connection here. Okay. Yeah, so people have been walking all up and down this place on this particular fairway. It almost looks like bluffs, but that's just snow with a bunch of deciduous trees. Obviously no leaves here in the January 30th it is. The water's beautiful though. All right, let's skim the water just a bit. We're 50 feet below, 60 feet, 70, 80. That feels low enough. I did just make a sound effect. I don't know if that came through on the recording. If it didn't, I'll cut this part. All right, we're getting down below 40% battery now. It's kind of cold. I won't mind going back inside for a while. I might fly again. Now that I have a bit of an idea of the lay of the land, I might fly again this evening. Or how about, real quick, I just set up a quick waypoint mission, and then we can fly that tonight. That'd be good. Okay, we'll start out here in the middle of the water. Hopefully the wind calms down. I think tonight it's supposed to get about as cold as it has been in the last few weeks, down below 0 again. So hopefully the wind is calmer than it is right now, or else I might not want to come out here and fly. All right, are we in the middle of the drink yet? Just about. Waypoints. Very good. And so let's see. There should be some visible light here. So we'll start there. And I'll adjust some settings. I probably wanted to pause there for a moment to have a decent starting spot. It's a thing I ought to do on all of my waypoint missions because they start kind of jerkily. And I don't mean like a jerk. All right, let's pop up. Let's change. That's all. I never really mess with the gimbal much on waypoint missions either, so let's do that too. So now we're here looking at more at the resort proper. Then let's come here, kind of look at this little cove. This is about where we lost connection last time, so hopefully we can do better. Okay, and then we'll come over to the left, we'll get a good shot of the resort from another angle. If I don't lose connection, you check. Okay, I am pointing right at the drone. I thought it was. But there's a lot of stuff between me and it, so another thing I've learned is to don't go full altitude on waypoint missions, because if it gets booped around up there, it might say it's too high and it can't complete the mission. That's no fun. Okay, so that's 4th one. Then let's make the 5th one. Look at this fairway. Whew. I know the Mic Mini has some noise canceling. I don't know if it will be good enough for the amount of wind and tree noise I've got here right now. But you'll know same time. Well, I'll technically know before you from the edit room, but you'll know before I know right now. So, I mean, you're basically a genius. Back to normal mode. All right, yeah, we're just about 20%, so let's make this the last waypoint. And then I'll hopefully get out there and fly that tonight. And you should be seeing that perhaps in another video. If I cut a whole separate video for tonight, cool. If I don't, I'll just toss it in at the end of this one. Either way, thank you for watching Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel, and I do hope I see you next time.